Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Professional Rule Breaker podcast. And I am Kathy Walterhouse. And today I want to talk about sales, my favorite topic, because I've sold a lot in my career. I've actually sold close to $1 billion, just a billion with a B. And it is my passion to help online business owners, coaches, small business owners, and I want to see you succeed. So I thought I'd just kind of share a couple of secrets when I was thinking about some things that were just pretty common, really in almost every sale, and everything that I was doing. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So one of the things I have to say when you're out there and you're marketing, whether it's in person or it's virtual online, when someone reaches back out to you, that's a signal. That's like somebody raising their hand. And who doesn't want somebody to raise their hand? Yes. So if they are actually doing that, if they're on a call with you, that means that they need you in some shape or form. They have a problem in which they are looking for a solution, and it's up to you to really kind of dig into what it is that they need and what they want. So I'm just going to give you a really quick analogy. I want you to think about an iceberg. And when you see an iceberg, you see only about 20% that's floating above the water. But guess what? Underneath that is about 80%. So when somebody says, hey, I need a lower price, they're just telling you what the 20% is. So you need to find out why, what truly is their want. Like in that case, maybe they want to look good for their boss. Because they came in under budget or they were able to get a lower price. Or maybe they did have a specific dollar that they could only go up to. So again, you got to dig, you got to ask questions, and I'm going to go into something else in a little bit, but you got to listen. So just remember that if they raise their hand, if they're on a call with you, if it's an in-person meeting, they need something that you have, and they have a problem. Okay. Number 2 is so key. Relationships. Relationship is so key to selling. You have to find a way, because for example, you can't just go in an appointment and go, hey, buy my stuff, right? Or you can't get on the phone with somebody and go, hey, buy my stuff. No, you have to form that relationship. People buy from people that they like. They actually buy on emotion, the emotion of what's going on at that moment. So it's really important for you to dig and find a common connection, so that you can build that relationship. And connection is currency. When you have connection, it's a heck of a lot easier to sell something. So think about that, about how important a relationship is. Okay, number 3. I kind of alluded a little bit to this in the one before, but people buy from people that they like and they trust. So let me say that again. People buy from people that they like and that they trust. They're not necessarily buying the product that you're selling. What they're doing is they are buying on emotion, and they know right away if it's slimy, or if you're desperate. So you got to really, again, think about the customer 100% of the time. Always put your focus on them, because when you put your focus on them, you can't be slimy. And when you put your focus on them, you can't be desperate for the sale, because you're focusing on the customer. And then, of course, there's a couple other different types of selling, but there's the scared selling. And again, your focus is on yourself because you're really nervous and, you kind of run through everything really quickly. Again, flip it around and focus on the customer. And then my most favorite type of selling, I call noble selling. And we're going to probably table that for another podcast. And I'll go through the steps of noble selling. But noble selling is where you want to be because you are doing something that is going to help the other person, your potential customer, your customer, solve a problem and have some sort of transition, whether it's, they're happier or you're solving whatever issue it is that they're having. That's noble selling, but I will break that down for you on another podcast. All right. And then number 4, I kind of alluded to this because you notice everything's kind of interconnected. But number 4 is listen and don't talk. So I don't know how many times, in my corporate career, like I would be doing a ride along with a salesperson or something like that. And I would just hear them talking, and they wouldn't listen to their customer. That is a major, major mistake because when you listen to your customer, you will be able to find out so much from them, what they want, what their problems are, timelines, budgets. I mean, you name it, you will be able to find that information. And if you're doing something online, you can do surveys. You can contact people that maybe you might already have a couple customers, contact them and ask them questions. Or if you don't have any customers and you're brand new, you're starting off, another good thing for you to do is to figure out who your ideal customer is and find one of your friends that maybe might fit into that and just pick their brain. So again, number 4, listen and don't talk. And I'm not saying stay silent the entire time, but you know what I'm saying. So again, listen, dig, and then listen again. Okay. Number 5. So this one's kind of interesting, and this can take a little bit of skill, but I know that you can do it. Is what I say is match their emotional energy. And what do I mean by that? So if I'm going to give you an example, if they're super excited and they're excited to see you and you go in there and you're just kind of blah, almost like a Ferris Bueller day off going Bueller, Bueller, you're not going to have the connection. You have to match whatever energy level they are at. If they're laid back, try to be laid back. If they're excited, be a little bit more excited, and also kind of judge and see, how busy are they? Their body language can tell you a lot if it's an in-person thing, or quite frankly, if you're doing a Zoom, like a discovery call or something like that, body language tells you a lot. It really does. If they move forward, that means they're interested. If they have their arms kind of crossed, that kind of is not a good sign. So then you're going to have to work to see what you can do to get them, to uncross their arms and feel a little bit more comfortable with you. But again, match the emotional energy with them, because it's a lot harder to have a connection with your customer or your potential customer if you're not matching their emotional energy, because they're just thinking, there's something about this person, I'm just not connecting. That's exactly what they're going to feel like. So those are just a few tips just to kind of get you started for today. And I hope that it's helpful. Let me know what you thought about this podcast. If you like, please give us a 5-star review. I do read every single one of our reviews, and I certainly appreciate them. And if you have a question, feel free. You can always drop us a line at team@theprofessionalrulebreaker.com, because we would love to hear what you would like some help with as well. So in the meantime, keep going at it. I believe in you, and you just have to be relentless and go out there and be consistent and go make a big difference in the world, and sending you much love.